Manchester I've just been to, just been to, and dropped my clothes off because it's closed at that La Creme coffee shop next door, not to be confused with another business with a similar name in Manchester, Cafe de la Creme. There's nothing to do with Cafe de la Creme, that's on the other side of Manchester. Luckily, the owner of the laundry quickly stopped me going to Cafe de la Creme, even though that was where he told me to go initially. He said, no, this is the address. He said, given the address of his business, and told me because he's not there and it's closed, being a Sunday, leave it at the coffee shop next door. But anyway, I'm now in Manchester. I think what I'll do is switch off the cameras, shout out to the one person watching, thank you, Wing Yip Chinese and Oriental Groceries, and maybe show you a nice walking tour of this part of random part of Manchester, which I selected by looking for a laundry on Google Maps because I needed my clothes done. So I got the bus, walked, dropped my clothes off, and now I've got my hands free. I'm able to show you a random part of Manchester. Now this part is switch cameras again, yes. Hello world. But while I'm walking past people, I'll use this camera to be less intrusive. And actually I'll let you walk. And maybe use this camera now to show the Chinese and Oriental Groceries. Glamorous. There's a Chinese restaurant called Glamorous next right. Yeah, I'll show you this wonderful Chinese architecture. Maybe do a walk around if I can get through these roadworks. Hello Cyrus, and shout out to the other 3 people who've joined, thank you. Your loyalty is appreciated. Non-pedestrians switch camera again, especially when someone's taking their kid out for a walk. Rather obnoxious to film someone without permission, and when they've not given you some form of consent. Note that my opinion is that police officers and arguably to an extent prison officers and other public sector staff have given their consent, at least by implied right. At least by, yeah, I would argue, since they've contractually agreed. However, that doesn't necessarily give you right to stick your camera where you'd be potentially breaking the law or someone else's policy. So my advice is make sure you do comply with the law. Oh, same surname. Hello, Colin Potter. Anyway, back to the Chinese and Oriental Groceries shop. Open to the public, Wing Yip. But yeah, not much. But I'll try and have a look around the side anyway. And I'll do an instant visit to an instant place. Fuck's sake, including a buggered set of traffic lights. I think I might report that. Because I'm pretty sure these are the same lights were giving me shit earlier, so looks like I'll have to think. I crossed that, no roadworks. I'll have to use that set of lights. I did audit them earlier, was by trying to use them, so I end up crossing anyway for group people after giving it time. So I won't do another audit on camera, I was stuck here all day. Everyone will probably go and watch someone more interesting like DJ Audits or Mr. Blabbermouth, aka Marty Blagborough, or Ash or any number of other auditors, rather than watch me boring you to death with a failed foot crossing, yeah, but on the road, yeah. Best walk to this person dry, just be polite. anyway, primary reason why I'm doing a live stream is because I don't think I'll bother return to Wing Yip. It's too far at this stage, so awfully sorry. There's another couple of interesting buildings there, Manchester. There's another view of Wing Yip, and yeah, it feels like a holiday. May as well get a nice video. Shout out to the other people who have viewed, but yeah, there's Tesco Express. Again, I'm not going to deliberately piss people off. I only want to show a Tesco Express in Manchester, and then from there I'll then say something. So firstly, this is Oldham Road. Hello Oldham Road. Shout out to Oldham Road, where I'm currently standing. And shout out for Tesco for helping us tourists navigate by putting the name of the road on your shop. Very helpful, thank you very much. So anyway, main message of this video is I really, really need some money. I know I'm tired. I did manage to get some sleep last night. I want to stay up here a bit long, give you some epic content, including HMP Forest Bank, HMP Manchester, and maybe the GMP. Who's that coming for you? Who's that coming for you? It's the evil TO. You can't say motherfucking, might get arrested for public order offence. Then it's my word against an officer. An officer will say I said a swear word, and I can't whisk it while I'm suspended, so I've had to change the lyrics. So still, the GMP. GMP. I gas Private Army. GMP. I gas Private Army. Yeah, I'll be giving you some footage of the GMP, and maybe the Greater Manchester Fire and Rescue Service as well, and other and maybe some other locations. Maybe job centre, mate. Maybe the job centre if I can get away with it. Although I don't want to annoy my father, as he for private family reasons. So I'll try and check with him. So maybe not the job centre. My dad used to work in the same building as the job centre at one point before he got his current job, and I don't want to embarrass him there with his former colleagues. So maybe not job centre. Pretty much anything reasonable in Manchester, level crossings, tram crossings I could do. I will stay up here if people donate, and that is why I must say the importance of please do not overcommit and underdeliver. I've had people commit donating £1,000 to me, at least £1,000. Guess how much money off that I actually received into my account? 0. Not good. So negative shout out to anyone who overcommits and underdelivers, and I admit in past that has included me. But anyway, link down below. Also more details on how to donate using a bank account on my channel description. No, you won't get any money out of those. By all means, go ahead and try, but there's no money in that particular account, so you won't get any money out of it using my bank account number and sort code Sabba Direct Debit. It's so nice, try it to any scammers. Anyway, what I'll most likely do, unless anyone has any requests, like I've heard there's a protest somewhere in Manchester today, someone give me some more details, I'll give you a shout out and would really appreciate it. But if no one gives me any more details, now I've said what I need to say, guess it's time to carry on about my day. But yeah, I'm begging you, can someone please donate? Like, you've got an on-school auditor who would be, along with people like Blabbermouth, DJ and all, Ash and all that, would be auditing with these guys, but I don't have the cash. So if someone can donate, I'd really appreciate it. I'll be able to bring you some epic content. I'm begging you. All I need as much money as possible, preferably £5,000, if not £1,000 or more would be really, really nice. If not, £1,000 will happily do. So shout out to the guy, or negative shout out to the guy who offered to top me up to £1,000. Rather, and without following through, please can you give me some money along with everyone else who overcommitted and underdelivered. Anyway, here's the Great Ancoats Street. There's the buildings. Ben Brasil bar at restaurante. I say try my best Portuguese pronunciation. Funnily enough, I don't know how to speak Portuguese, but I know a little about how to pronounce it, funnily enough, because although I've never studied Portuguese, my mum is a native speaker of Brazilian Portuguese. That's the language. That is my mum's first language, Brazilian Portuguese. Her second language is American English, funnily enough, because she's from Brazil and studied American English, which is why she sometimes gets her English, how can I put it, wrong, because she's pronouncing it the American way, using American words, because that's what she learned originally. And her third language is a weird mishmash between yeah, but just say American. And yeah, but anyway, I may as well just explore some interesting buildings while I'm at it here in Manchester. Express building. I would be filming horizontally, but I can't do it on a bloody live stream because his phone's buggered. But yeah, another Travelodge. I'm staying in Travelodge, Manchester Piccadilly. That is bar and restaurant. Thank you. May as well show it. It's quite interesting, Brazilian bar and restaurants, because in case you haven't, because my mum is originally from Brazil, so I guess I'm half Brazilian, although I have considered the question of citizenship and I don't want it, at least not at the moment. At least not until I'm old enough to not be subjected to the draft that Brazil has, because Brazil has in my view, entirely misandrist and outdated law requiring that if you're born male, you have to serve in the Brazilian military, which is why I don't have Brazilian citizenship, or I would have got one years ago. I'd probably be exempt anyway, but I'd rather wait until I'm too old and basic principle. Anyway, here it is. Empty restaurant, and if I can show you this. Oh, we are temporarily closed while we wait for the building next door to be made safe. And there's Deansgate restaurant there, so shout out to this restaurant for putting up that sign. But yeah, it's a closed restaurant. And there is another view of the Express building. Oh, look. Hudson Buildings. Taking our rights back. Another auditor. Shout out to any other auditors willing to shout out to any other auditors willing to come and say hi. Hi back. But yeah. Anyway, back to some interesting buildings. But yeah, this hotel I've managed to get some friends to pay for, but I've today spent about 30 quid on clothes, including about 15 quid on underpants, and I'll have to pay another 17 quid to wash all my clothes, including those I bought. Shout out to Excellent Laundry there for doing it. For one fixed price for 6 kilos. Well done. Thank you very much. I'm well, thank you. Oh, sorry, mid-pinky finger, that finger there. Don't put that under your phone, anyone auditing on the phone. Glancy's coffee. Well, I'll just have that way while I'm navigating. Also have this hand on my lens to show people I'm not recording them. I'm just... In fact, it's one way to hold one's phone, preferably both hands, when walking around and recording just myself. But yeah, an interesting bit will be, what does it say on that sign? Boys, it might be misleading wording on that sign there, interesting. But look, that's Philip James. Couldn't can't help but audit their unethical practices on car parking. Or if someone's misleading, they make out they have some kind of official right to force you to pay them, which I suppose they have an arguable contractual, for want of a better phrase, or tort right. But frankly, I don't think the wording should be like that. But yeah, an instant building, Philip James. There's a nice train, a nice car. Sorry, I'm not trying to get you someone to get quid. It's British slang. Yes, that's correct. Quid means pound. So if anyone has any money to give to me, whether it's a single pound or £1,000 or more, please, please, please. Description down below. Or email me. Email address is on the channel. Anyway, that's it. It's the number 01618288200. Sales, lettings, property management, block management, developers and investors. But yeah, I've heard there's a protest in Manchester. If someone can tell me where in Manchester and when, I'd so appreciate it. Okay, there it is, the building. That is again the same number. If I move, we've got coloured Philip James Manchester, and there's the sign saying to use the entrance around the corner of Phillip Street. I think that might be GMP. I think that does look like a police car ahead. I might be wrong, but I'll try and see what that is in a minute. Yeah. An interesting bit of turn up and go auditing. Another genre of auditing for those you may not heard of it. So unlike the other guys, the big boys like DJ or Blabbermouth or Ash Phillips, shout out to Ash Phillips. I remember he used to run a channel called Frauditor. I've spoken to him quite a bit, and yeah, he gave me the he told me about the truth about Marty Blabbermouth. According to Ash, again, I'm not endorsing those as necessarily my views. He basically does it for the wrong reasons, or again, I'm not agreeing with that. But anyway, that wasn't a police car. That's just a nice fancy car that looked like a police car. Faraday Street. There's some graffiti. Eritrean Christine. Eritrea, a new country, not new, but relatively new state in the Horn of Africa, I believe, just on the border with Ethiopia. The reason why Ethiopia is now landlocked has been since 1991, because of Eritrea, but being in the way anyway. Fun fact about Eritrea, Sacha Baron Cohen made a fun of the dictatorship in Eritrea when he did a 2012 movie called The Dictator with Aladdin being a how can an imitation Saddam Hussein, that was former president and dictator of Iraq before 2003, doing an impression of the president of Iraq. It was funny, but yeah. Anyway, here's another building, a hotel. There's Dale Street right ahead. No two Dales. The former homeless guy Dale Reed. Shout out to him for that video I had up for some time. Was he's trying to move on from his past life. I took the video of him down. And another Dale from Norwich as well. Anyway, yeah. Here it is. Manchester. The Mercure Hotel there. City Tower. Vintage pre-loved, handmade, Manchester's independent market, and yeah, this light passed the audit, it worked. So yeah, well done to this traffic light. Neutral shout out to the responsible council for lights. I believe it's Manchester City Council, I might well be wrong though, for sometimes getting your traffic lights right and sometimes cocking up and getting them wrong. But yeah, I don't know where the hell the protest is. I'll just walk around Manchester while telling you a few things, showing you buildings. 1 Portland Street, superb office space to rent. There are the agents, Savills and Knight Frank. Now closed. But yeah. Like, what, I've only got 30% battery, but do my power bank on me. There's some more skyscrapers in the distance. There's the Ibis.
So my chain came off and I was like,
okay, there's that, waiting for it to change. An instant audit of Will, this traffic light passed the audit. Anyway, while I'm at it, I've only got about 20 quid in my bank account. I really want to spend the rest of the week in Manchester, so if someone can please help me, I would so much appreciate it. Otherwise, my mum, Anna, wants me home on Monday night, and I want to stay here a bit longer. So if someone could donate, I would so much appreciate it. You will be rewarded. Like, I'll pretty much do anything for you within reason. Give you shout-outs on all my videos, like maybe do a video if you so choose. You're not obliged to in any way, of course. Whether it's me helping you, you helping me ever. Although I'm not in a position to help others, because I'll tell you a story, and that was somebody who took the piss by the name of Lee Phillips. Anyone who knows, if you know, you know. Like, funny enough, even his scumbag brother Donald agreed with me when I told him about Lee, his younger brother. And then he took the piss too, which is ironic. But anyway, here's a Primark. We've been earlier. Not that good because of the fence, but anyway, there's the now closed tramway station. It looks closed, might not be, but yeah, all I know is this is a station. But yeah, also another thing I really need to know is, does anyone know if there are any protests or other interesting events in Manchester or the surrounding areas so I can travel to, please? There's Travelodge, I believe that's the one I'm staying in. So yeah, walks all the way back to Piccadilly. Piccadilly Gardens, here it is. Piccadilly Gardens in Manchester. Tesco. All that. Well, unlike London, Manchester might not be as great as it used to be, but I must say, Greater Manchester appears to have retained at least some of its greatness. I'll just cross the tramway. There's the tramway, and there's the tram. Imagine that, something we don't have in Norwich, a tram system. Yeah, nearest tram systems to Norwich would be Nottingham and Croydon. This is going to a place called Altrincham. There's Burger King. Yeah, imagine if I can get across these tram tracks, we'll show everyone walking past while I walk around with no particular direction beyond wishing to look, burgers and hot dogs. Out of curiosity, guys, should I have filmed the free Islamic literature just to see how they react? I would, but my worry is that I'll probably get picked on and accused of being an Islamophobe if I do, so I can't really. Now, I'd rather film the GMP. At least with them, they know when to stop, from what I've heard.
I don't have a big.
Well, it wouldn't be a green, otherwise, would it? There can't be any trams coming, otherwise the lights wouldn't be green again. Officially, you shouldn't do what I'm doing, do as I recommend, not as I do. It should be used the official crossing, even though I didn't, but it is, of course, your choice. Just saying. Oh, you know what's a total fail? This power bank is 90%. My phone is 30%. Until I went into my pocket to get the power. Let me do it this way. Until I went into my pocket to get this out, it wasn't charging. Anyway, filming them, I'll just film this stand while walking past, promote the. Ironically, I'll be promoting the stand, so you can't really complain. Didn't even get their faces in because I didn't want to cause a rift. Again, I've just heard of. Unfortunately, from what I've heard, unfortunately, some people will take offence. Well, I don't know what that is. Is that a protest or some kind of busker? That is now charging, good. I'll let this cyclist through.
No, this is after 12. This is after 12. Now break dance and after. Okay. Sorry, my friend is a little bit crazy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start with the show. We are ready to start with the show, but before to start it, we need a crowd. So people, it's very easy. You can see the water line up. This is for you, not for us. So if you ever see the show, come closer to the water line. Yes, everyone come closer to the water line.
I think I'll be just can't repeat that joke because I've not got black privilege. Because I only have my weird white privilege. What a thing, eh? White privilege. The privilege of being thrown in overcrowded all-male prisons, trans women. Pre-transition that was. I was still wrong. For 2 fingers up at a police station. Yeah, if you're in a minority, you'll get off with a slap list over far worse. Like, look at the Muslim grooming gangs in the north of England. And look at Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson was punished harsher. Yes, I know Tommy Robinson might be a prick. And he is a prick, but something takes one prick to deal with another prick. Or a greater prick. But anyway, here we are. Anyway, shout out to GMP, who are going to be the subject of this video shortly, because I can see the GMP are in attendance. Who's that coming for you? Who's that coming for you? It's the bloody TAU. All I can sing is, because I had to redact the motherfucking part, because I knew they would try and nick me for a Section 5 public or 4A public order offence. Arguably Section 5, but still. Look, watch 3 minutes, it may change your life. Sorry, I've got to go, but thanks for showing me this to my viewers anyway.
Do a 3-minute movie challenge?
Sorry, but no, unfortunately, I've got to go, and thanks for being my video anyway.
No worries, pal.
Can I just ask you, would it be possible to be watched 3 minutes later?
Yeah, of course, we'll be here till 4 o'clock, and you're more than welcome to come anytime.
Okay, thank you, bye. Okay, shout out to the guy who told me we'll be here until 4 o'clock. Like, I couldn't help but ask if I could later, because I thought maybe I would see my hotel room if it be viewed online, potentially promote. Anyway, this is now going to change into a police video very shortly, as the police are here. Sorry, pinky finger under the phone, not a good thing, blocks audio. Instead, if record myself, I'll put my hand over the lens, or if not, hand over the bottom part is better, so I can get the audio. But yeah. Greater Manchester Police, GMP. I'll see if you can help me with a question I have. Hello, I've heard there's a Palestine protest somewhere. Do you know where?
It's actually at the top end near my side, your
What park? Hartfield Park, thank you very much. Hackfields Park. Blackfields, thank you, bye. So for the camera, shout out to those protesters for telling me where to find a Free Palestine protest. Yeah, these police officers will now be leaving, so what I'll probably do now is look up where Blackfields Park is, and I'll head there, as I couldn't find it online, which is even a bit ridiculous. And you're trying to free Palestine, yet you keep your movement a secret, like a Hamas terror cell. Not a very good secret, and I could find that by asking a police officer. And I abandoned your stupid calls after, again, Palestine Action took the piss by getting me to do free work for them. It didn't even make that much of a difference to the lives of Palestinians. Like, the people of Gaza are still suffering from Israeli attacks, even after I went to an industrial estate in Leicester and put the window in. Like, can anyone think such a ridiculous thought of... Yeah.
So, you know it's not here, right?
I do, Blackfields Park.
Yeah. Okay, are you going there now?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. I'm just wondering why you come here to, if you know it's in Moss Side.
Oh, because I didn't know until your colleague told me, thank you.
Do you usually come here, do you assume it's here then?
No, I just didn't know.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, fair enough, mate.
That's fair enough, thank you.
Alright,
Thank you. That's the officer I just spoke to. Thank you. But anyhow, what I'm most likely be doing now is heading to Blackfields Park, and I'll do another video once I'm there. So what I'll do is I'll walk somewhere a little bit quieter to get onto some form of public transport, and no, I won't do that now. I'll walk somewhere quieter, look up Blackfields Park, and then head down to a video from there. So thanks and goodbye, people. Yeah, here I am, New Cathedral Street. Bye.